Hello guys, this is a required video how to install a Android virtual device because when I checked my mail there were 3 to 4 queries regarding there was no target device found and there was error while running event log saying no target device found or the virtual device was not created. Now as I told you in a previous tutorial, yes, by my system by default it created an virtual device. Might be many of the systems or some of the system you won't be finding an virtual device in the sense. Now if you see here mine, it was automatically uploaded. This second one was done by me. By default one was loaded up, but for some of you it won't show anything, and you might get an error log now for something like this. Now I'm gonna do one thing for you now to make you understand. This is was the first time we saw yesterday, right? By default, but three queries where there was no target device while running, or they could not find this when they opened the AVD manager, or if they are running in the event log. Now I will we will fix that up. It is very easy, you don't have to worry for that. Yes, for some people I told you you don't have to create a virtual device or download anything in that. Now think I want to do this in Pixel 2. Okay, I want to use Nougat. Okay, give me a second. Now if I'm choosing Nexus 1, and if you see here this particular system image must be selected to continue, and you find like this, should we, the query was should we download? Yes, you need to download. I'll tell you how. Okay, now think I've got no device. Now what it was happened to you is that for some of the device, uh, now if it is there, don't go to do anything. By default, if it is there, don't go to change anything, run it. Apart from there, any error, just let me know. But if it is not there, so what I'm gonna do is that I'll just delete this AVD. It takes some time. Okay, and, then I'm gonna delete this. Now you might have found like this, correct? For one of the query was like you need to create, it was like this because there was no AVD. Now for some system, as I told you, there won't be any AVD available. Okay, but for me it was by default it was readily available. Now if it is not there, and if now you try to run the app, might be you try to run the app because as I told you, you don't have to install anything. Might be you thought there is an virtual device, so you didn't check there. Actually you should have checked there, then you should have run it. But that's not a problem. If you run it also. Now think, even I will run it. Okay, so I'll make a project. Okay, it's executing. Okay, Gradle is building. So once I do that, it takes a little bit of time, so kindly bear with me. So once you start building it, let it build it for some reason, so you don't find any errors. That's great. People who sent a screenshot about it, I couldn't find any errors in their code. That is, I'm really happy that you followed the entire procedure of it. So once you do that, once the Gradle is built, now you can see the Gradle build has been finished. Now all you can do is that you can run the app. So I think without you people having an this thing, so it was giving this error, am I right? No target device was found in that event log. So it says no target device is found. You cannot do anything about that because you have not found any target. There is no device, because as I told you, when you run an app, you need either a mobile, okay, a physical device, or a virtual device, which is here. That's what I told you, AVD manager. So as I deleted it, because some of you if you don't have it, so as I delete, it says no targeting, no target device found. Okay, great. Now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna create a virtual device. If it is not there, we're gonna create a virtual device. So I'm gonna create a virtual device. Now if I'm choosing anything else like Pixel and Pixel 2, now if I'm telling Pixel 3, now it is already there for me. Okay, so if I say next, but we're gonna use which is not there, because I had got a one query that it is not there, so we're gonna choose Nexus 1. Okay, what I'm gonna do is system image. I'll download anyone. Think I'm gonna download Oreo. So you need to download one of the system images. Why? Because now a virtual device needs an level, right? So it has to run on something. So you need to click on download. Now why I told you not to download, because if there is a default virtual device, it is already created by default, then you don't need to create a one more device for that, correct? You don't need to create one more device. All you need to do is you can select it. Now as you don't have any device, any virtual device, so select Nexus 1. Okay, I'm just showing it to you because the others have already downloaded. The next is one, so people who have not down getting it, and you get this kind of screen, then choose any one. So I'll choose Oreo and I'll start to download. So it will ask me this option, I'll say accept it and I'll say next. So what it will do, it will start downloading. So it will take little bit of time for that to download the system images and targeted file. So we'll be little patient. So you can see a target has been downloaded. So once we download, then guys, we finished with the download. It took quite a bit of time, so I had to pause it and redo it. Now once you do that, once all the system files are downloaded, so you need to give it as a finish. Now once you give it as a finish, now you can see here, correct, when you check mark here, see, now if you do this, click on now guard, it asks as a system image. But now if you see here this screen, it is downloaded. So when you click here, when you check mark here, now you cannot find anything, am I right? So when I cannot find anything, then what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna click on the next button. Okay, so I will just say next, so it will take me here, so I can rename this particular file here with whatever name you want, Nexus 1, Suman, or whatever. So you can select portrait or landscape. We can select on a portrait mode. Then once I give it as a finish, okay, so it will create an Android virtual device. Now you can see here it will create a Android virtual device. Now before I had, by default I had a virtual device, so I didn't have, so people got error saying no target device. So I created a particular device. Now if you see here, it loads up, correct? So I created a particular device. Okay, and if you want to delete it, you can delete it. You want to do it again, now you can see view the details. All these are the details. Now you want to edit it, you can basically edit all these things. Okay, it will take some time. Okay, all right, now you can change the versions of it or show advanced settings, and you can see that all the screens have been done, multi-core, how much storage you can give. So all these things are there in that, so don't go to touch anything, everything will work fine. Okay, yeah, because the device, some system will not take it, or system requirements, you may not find it. So we created it. So once we create that, now what we're gonna do is that I'm just gonna build it. Okay, I'm gonna clean the particular project. Okay, so it will Gradle will start to build out here, and it will start to clean it, because as I told you that I need, once I do that, okay, now it's indexing. Okay, all right, it is built. Then make a project, you're gonna make a project. It has to sync all the necessary files, which has to make the application run. Okay, now once I do that, once this particular Gradle building is done, then I will tell you how to do next. Next is simple, as I told you in a previous this thing, that we need to go to run option and run this particular app. Now after that, yes, it will take some time to start up the emulator, because I told you we created a new one. If you are lucky enough, then it will load up fast. If your system is little bit slower, so it will take some time of it. Okay, I think yeah, I will just tell you how the it will run, or no, so we'll take some time for it. So once the this particular Gradle is built, finishing, so now I'm gonna run this application. Now when I run this application, you can see here again the Gradle starts to build. It has to sync with the particular packages which we created, an AVD manager. So again it will take a few minutes. The previous one took around 1 minute 45 seconds. Now actually I paused it so that you can know how it is going on. Now see here, it starts to install, correct? Now you don't get any event log error saying that the no target device found, because you already created a target device. So it starts to do all these things, now installing the packages in a particular system, and that particular emulator will pop out and it will be displayed on the screen for you. So installation is done. Now we can see here the emulator is there. You don't have to worry for that. Just okay. Now can you see here the application is running now? Okay. This is the other which I told you, right? Nexus 1. So this is a different layout. So what I used was the previous one, or the Pixel 1 or something like that. The higher end of it, it was looking pretty good. So I deleted that so that you can have particular known things about it. Now okay, now to yes, now I can see my application. Yes, my application is here, and it runs. Now this is how basically, guys. So I'm not taking much of your time. I'm just cutting short this video. So what I'm gonna do is that I need to go here, okay, to the AVD manager, okay, create a virtual device, okay. Now there are various options you can do for TV, warehouse will be gonna tell today. So phone, so choose any one, okay. So if Pixel 2, if you want to do that, you can do that. Now so as I downloaded Oreo, it will be there for the 26th version. If it not, it will take, if you want Nougat again, you need to download. Else you can go here and say next, and again create whatever you want to have, okay. Alright, so I hope you understood, guys. Hope this video has helped you how to create a virtual device, and because certain systems need certain requirements, so if it is not there, you don't have to worry, you can create a virtual device and come back. Okay, fine, thank you, guys.